At first, you have to find out if it's really a hair fall problem, because hair fall is not a problem. Hair fall is a normal thing. The problem is the imbalance between your hair fall and hair growth rate. Let me explain the whole thing and you'll understand it easily. So welcome back to my channel. So I was saying that the problem is the imbalance between your hair fall and hair growth rate. So every day we lose 50 to 100 hairs every day. It's an average count. So suppose your sister or your friend, your best friend, loses 50 hairs a day, but you are losing 100 hairs a day, and you are panicking because it's literally just the double. Your hair fall is literally just double than your sister or your friend, and you are panicking because of that. But the thing is, still it's normal. You should not be panicked. Even for some people, losing 150 hairs a day is also normal. But the thing is, if you lose more than 150 hairs or 200 hairs a day, then you may consider it as a hair fall problem, that you're suffering from hair fall, and you have to try solutions to control your hair fall. Now here's another thing you have to consider, that as we lose hairs every day, we also get back hairs every day. Like we lose 50 to 100 hairs a day, we also get back almost the same amount of hair. But here's some other things, that it's not necessary that we get back the same amount of hair within the same day. Normally, hair growth is a little bit slower than hair fall rate. Suppose you've lost 80 hairs today, it's not necessary that you will get back the same amount, 80 hairs within tonight. But within a certain amount of time, we actually get back the same amount of hairs, like within 7 days or within 10 days, 15 days, or that month. So here you have to consider this thing. And another thing is, hair fall is very much noticeable, but hair growth is not that much noticeable, because when you get a new hair, it's a very tiny baby hair, so we just can't notice it. Hair growth is not that much noticeable because we can't notice it until our hair gets a certain amount of length. So that's why even many of us, our hair fall and hair growth is normal, but we just can't realize it because of this thing. So you have to consider this point too. Okay, now another thing, as I have said that we lose hair and we also get back hair, but for some people it happens that they loses hair in a normal rate, but they don't get back their hair the same amount within the certain amount of time. Suppose you are that person, you've lost 700 hairs in the last week. So in this week, you should get back 700 hairs on your scalp. But it didn't happen. You got back 200 to 300 hairs. And also, it's not just happened last week, it's happening in every week. So that means your hair fall rate, as I have mentioned, that 7 days 700, that means every day you lost 100. That is normal rate. So here you are also suffering from a problem, but it's not hair fall problem. If you are thinking that your hair is thinning because of the hair fall, then you're wrong. Your hair is not thinning because of the hair fall. It's because your hair is falling in a normal rate, but your hair is not growing back the way it should be. That is why your hair is getting thinner, and you're considering it as a hair fall problem. So if you try solutions to control your hair fall, then it won't work for you. You have to understand. So that's why I've said that at first you have to find out if it's really a hair fall problem. Okay, now the second thing, how do you find out that what's your problem, if it's hair fall problem or hair growth problem? So if you ask me, I'm not a hair specialist, so I don't know any scientific method, but I can share what I did to find out my problem, and I think maybe it will help many of you. Okay, that was the thing. I did it almost for 2 years or maybe more than 2 years. So what I did, every time I combed my hair, I used to count, literally count my fallen hair strands. So yeah, I can only suggest that every time you comb your hair, you count your hair, the fallen hair strands. And in this time, I want to give you a little piece of advice that don't overcomb or overbrush your hair. You should brush or comb your hair just twice or thrice a day. Twice a day, like you should comb your hair after you wake up in the morning, and the second time before you go to bed at night. These 2 times, and maybe 3 times in the morning and at night, the two previously I have said, and another time before you take shower or before you shampoo your hair. Yeah, these 3 times. And I'm saying that combing your whole hair, combing or brushing your whole hair, you should do it just twice or thrice a day and not more than that. And if it's about you have to go outside, just comb your hair lightly, just the upper sides, to get a hairstyle, simple light hairstyle. Don't comb the whole hair. So yes, that is my advice, that just comb your hair, whole hair, twice or thrice a day and not more than that. Okay, and every time you comb your whole hair, you count the fallen hair strands, literally count it, and don't do it like me for 2 years, but I'll suggest you to do at least for 1 year. And what will happen, when you'll do it regularly, you'll get some idea that how much hair you're losing every day. And another thing, by almost 6 to 8 months, you'll get an idea. Whenever you will look at your fallen hair strands, bunch of the hair, you'll just look at that and you'll get an idea that how much hair there are. So after a certain amount of time, you don't have to count them. And yeah, we lose our hair almost throughout the day. So we also see our hairs all over our floor at our home. So when you'll get the idea of just looking at your hair, fallen hair strands, you'll also understand how much hair you're losing just by looking at your floor and your fallen hair strands here and there. So you'll get the proper idea how much hair you're losing. I have plans to talk about this topic more in future videos, but that's all for today. And I think this video will be helpful for many of you. So as always, help yourself, help others, stay elegant, take care.